All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, my brothers. Who's in the house? All right, all right, all right. This is actually my very first live on Men's SuperPower. Man, it's been almost 1 year. I think October is gonna make it 1 year since starting this channel. I am actually grateful for the success. I reached 1,000 subscribers in a matter of a few months. I launched coaching on Patreon. It's been a success, and I've been looking forward to the day when I actually can go live. And that day is here. It's my first, so if we only have one person, I'm going to be happy because it's the first one, you know. Whoever is here, that's who it was meant for. But I'm hoping that this first one is going to lead to many, many more. There's a lot of questions that I've been getting in the comment section, and I want to believe that I've been doing a great job answering questions in the comment section under my videos. I've had mostly positive comments, and I say mostly, like, if I would assign a percentage, I would say about 98% of my comments are positive and appreciative. And I thought, well, I need to start going live to answer those questions live and to give the people, well, the men, the answers of semen retention, the answers to questions about how personally I've been able to recover from porn, as well as questions to how I've been able to, how my semen retention journey either started or how I've managed to stay on that journey and the benefits thereof. My God. So many benefits. My brother, always mad. my man. You've been my supporter. I want to say right now, you are. I think you've been around the longest. I have some other guys who've fallen off since, but you've been around the longest, and I appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. Every video that I upload, you're always there commenting. And here you are on my very first live. I appreciate that. But this is quite a big accomplishment, man. Day 287. Day 287. My, this is quite beautiful. Let's see if we can pull that up on the screen. Okay, so let's put a background. Let's do a background color so you guys can see it. There we go. The channels brand color. There we go. 287 days. Damn. Congrats, bro. That's a long time. That's almost a year. That's almost a year. No relapses. See, I was about to ask that question. I was about to ask the question, is it straight 287? And you actually answer that question. No relapses. Dang. Man, I need to talk to you. I wanna my idea for this live, because I want to go live every week. My idea is to bring men who have succeeded on the journey on. So I want to go out there, like for example, my personal trainer at the gym. He's 50 something, all cut, and he's been practicing semen retention for a few years. So I want to find guys like that and bring them on instead of just hearing about our own stories. Well, instead of being taught by some sort of a teacher, let's say if somebody want to call me a teacher, right? Instead of one guy's experience, which is a first person experience, I want to hear from other men and how they're doing it. And if you've gone 287 days with no relapses, you have some secrets, bro. You have some secrets that you can share with the other brothers. So if you don't mind, you can go to the about section of my channel and find my email address and shoot me an email. Because I'm not on social media, so you can't get me on any of the social media sites. I recently just gave up because I want to focus on creating some products and some things. Shoot me an email, and maybe we can communicate and see how, if you would be willing to come on a Skype call, whether it's video or audio, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to show your face, then we'll just do an audio, and you can share some of the insights about how you've made it this far with no relapses. Congrats once again. I agree. Cold shower and staying busy. Yeah. Cold shower is definitely a great help. Staying busy, definitely. Staying good busy. Just as we were staying busy with porn, now it's time to stay good busy with semen retention. This is great, man. I actually am happy to hear that. I mean, you've always been there. And I'm very curious about your name, Always Mad. And I've thought to myself, are you always mad as your name implies, or is this just a way that you I guess describe yourself? Let's see. So how many I think you're about the only one on deck. Oh no, five more. Five more guys. Hey, it's good to see you guys. Say something in the comment section. The women want to take my semen, but it's hard. But it's hard. I've been rejecting them. Man, they want that juice, right? Of course, they want that juice. We know that. So here's what I like to say, right? If I may say something about the semen, let me just. I like to say that naturally a woman is somewhat addicted to your semen. When having sex with a woman, she looks forward to your ejaculation. She looks forward to the climatic moment, climatic, right? Moment. She looks forward to that moment where, you're getting there. You're basically coming and you're hitting it very hard, and it's a lot of transformation that takes place in that moment. It's a lot of transformation. Your penis gets larger, the head gets larger, and she looks forward to feeling that euphoria. Actually, I call it it's a euphoric state in that moment. You're holding her tighter, she's holding you tighter, you're pounding this thing, and then eventually you explode, and she looks forward to that warmth substance. It's a warm experience for her. And of course, semen has a lot of nutritional benefits, nutritional / hormonal benefits for a woman. When your semen, of course, has all these nutrients, when it hits her wall and it stays inside of her, and it gives her nutrients, and it helps balance her hormones depending on the strength, your own hormones being balanced. So it's natural for a woman to want that. And of course, once you've been holding semen, you've been retaining your own presence, your own power, your own magnetism is very attractive and alluring to the woman. She wants to be around that. And if you understand, the only thing that a woman gets from you is your energy. And that's the problem between a guy who's on porn, or maybe a beta male who's wasting all his time chasing women. Then she can't get energy from you. And but the man who retains, she can get energy from, and a woman loves that energy. So it's amazing. Keep rejecting them, because rejecting them is accepting yourself, bro. Rejecting them is loving yourself. Rejecting the sexual offers that come your way, is loving yourself, is accepting yourself, is growing and expanding yourself. Because I'm sure you have a mission why you're retaining for that long. I'm sure you have a vision that you want to accomplish. Congrats to you, and stay on the journey, bro. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hebrew Loss. Hebrew LOS. Excellent content, brother. I've watched every video. Extremely helpful. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much. That's my goal. When I was recovering, or even before I started my recovery journey, I used to say that the day that I recover from pornography, I will go and share not only my story, but also whatever I have found that helped me recover from this soul destroying addiction. I'm 40, and I really didn't start getting a break from porn until late 35, early 36. And that's from the age of 13. So I like to say that I was addicted to pornography and masturbation for 23 years. And I've known a lot of pain, a lot of sorrows. So it's been always my desire that if and when I recover, I would come back and share the story and the insights and the ideas that have helped me on the journey. So it's good that you're here and that you're being blessed by it. You are appreciated. All right, all right, all right. Who else is in the house? These guys are my supporters. Questions? It's a Q&A session. I do have some ideas I can share with you if you guys don't have any questions, but it's mostly a Q&A session. I do want to answer questions that I may have answers, questions that you're seeking answers for on this not so easy journey. Like I've said in my latest video, or second to my last video, I can hardly believe that this is my life today. I can hardly believe that porn is not part of my life. I can hardly believe that ejaculation is not part of my daily life. And even thoughts about them don't enter my mind every single day. It's hard to believe that that's the life that I'm living. Given the fact that that's what I used to do every day, several times a day, man. So, but it's a blessing. It's true that this is my life, and I enjoy it. And my hope is that I can help some men. Someone said something to me once, well, actually on the channel, that for every man who watch my videos, for every man that I come in contact with, that I share this good news with, I will only help 10%, 10 men, and I need to focus on the 10. And that is true. It's not number, but it's quality and it's impact. If I can only have impact on 10 men, then that's what it is. And that's what I'm satisfied with. So especially in my coaching program, the men that I've been working with, I'm satisfied with, because I get to help them. I get to see them grow. I get to see them expand. I get to see them hold semen longer. I get to see them stay away from porn. I get to see them coming from insecurity to security. I get to see them coming from distraction to a state of focus. So it's great joy actually working with those men. Got a question. Let's talk. Let's talk, brother. Let's talk. What do you feel would happen by the end of the year? A lot of things going on currently on the earth. That's really a general question. That's about life, or the state of the world, the current state of the world. As much as I would want to answer that, but not only it's a macro question, it's very big, it's very wide. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the year, because so many things can happen. Now, one thing is for sure, many things are currently happening in the world, as you say, on the earth. But what I can say, one thing though, we have control only over, I would say, that little space that we occupy. Like right now, where I'm sitting right here, is what I have control over. Whether I'm in my car, in my house, in my office, on the road, with friends, with family, that's what I have control over. My immediate environment is what I have control over. And the same for you. That's what you have control over. Unless someone drops a bomb on the earth and destroys it, you will be here, and chances are you will always have control over your own immediate environment, not so much what's all the way out there. And sometimes that's the trick with the mind. We do want to go all the way out there and see if we can predict and see if we can focus on that. But then we really have control over our immediate environment. And this is where now semen retention can help you actually, because as your mind gets stronger, your power increases, your magnetism increases, your sense of self-confidence increases, your willpower increases. You have a greater power of choice and a greater power of decision, and those things help you establish more control on your immediate environment. And I think perhaps that's the message that I would give you in regards to this question. It's good to have you. I'm on day 79. How do you know when you are cured? Good question. Good question. Man, congrats to you, bro. Congrats to you. Hey, is my moderator in the room? Because I've texted him. Give me one. Congrats to you, brother. Dang. 79 days. Congrats. Thanks for sharing. How do you know when you are cured? Is it after the 90-day reboot? Nope. All thought or urges are no longer there. Definitely not the first part. It definitely not the 90-day reboot. Now, remember now, the 90-day reboot has been a popular song that a lot of guys have been singing. Now, it might have scientific backing behind it, but it definitely takes longer for cure. Now, for a challenge, yeah, and that's what they mostly talk about when 90-day reboot is mentioned, is mostly a challenge. And I like to say, as I've said in my videos, don't put yourself on a challenge with this practice, because this is your life. This has the potential to make you a king. So we don't want to challenge ourselves on becoming a king. We want to work to become a king. Definitely not 90 days. It's over 90 days. And I would lean towards more when the thought and urges, actually, thoughts / urges, not that they're no longer there, but that they have greatly reduced. And if they do show up, their intensity is very low, very minimal. And I hope you get it though, because that's going to help you to gauge when you reach that point. It is not true that you will never get an urge every once in a while, or you will never have a thought about it every once in a while. That's not true. By the very fact of the way the brain is constructed and the way memory works. So, for example, if something that used to trigger you to watch porn comes up in your future in, let's say, 150 days, right? You may still get a thought about porn. You may still get an urge, but that thought and that urge is going to be so weak that it won't even have any power to move you. Because remember right now, the reason that when a man gets the urge or the thoughts about porn, he goes and watch and does his thing or acts out, is because those urges are so strong. Over time, they lose their power. Over time, their intensity goes down. That's what you need to look out for. Look out for, even when a thought about porn or an image from porn crosses your mind, how strong that thought is. And when you get an urge, how strong or how weak that urge is. And I think that's a better answer. Definitely not the 90 days. Cross that out and keep retaining and pay attention to when your focus shifts from porn to real life more. And if you do get an urge here and there or a thought here and there, it's so minimal, it's so weak, it sounds so distant that it cannot, that your willpower will be strong enough to resist it. Good question. NB, NB, what's up? NB is actually my client, and he is also my moderator. NB, we've been working together for a few months now, right? And it's been a lot of progress. It's been a lot of illumination. It's been a lot of learning. Definitely, like with my other clients, he and I have a spiritual connection that makes it special, actually. And as he said, he's been looking for someone with a spiritual type of outlook on the journey, as well as life. There we go. Always mad. Hey, Hebrew Loss, I hope that you heard my answer to the question, but that's really the best answer. Thank you, brother. Always mad. Let's see what. Let's bring it down. Okay. Why does it seem like the energy reboot itself? What does it seem like the energy reboot itself after a certain time? For example, one day have all the attraction and I can have, and sometimes it be cold turkey, no attraction. Yes. I told you, you have some secrets. You have found some secrets. You have discovered some secrets. Always mad. This is the kind of stuff that other channels don't talk about. This is the kind of truth that other men with semen retention channels don't talk about. You want to know why? Because a lot of them have not made it past 90 days, and a lot of them have not gotten to the point where they get to experience this. Do you know, in my own personal journey, I've had to face this reality where it'll be like, man, I'm not feeling pumped up today. I'm not feeling too all the way up there today. Or maybe this week, it could be a week, it could be a day or a week. And another day, another week, I'm all the way up, right? All the way up. I think, here's what I think, or here's what I have actually thought about. Energy cycles. You go through cycles, or the whole earth, the whole universe goes through an energetic cycle. That's one. Second, I also believe the subconscious mind has something to do with it, where on the day that you feel where you're feeling cold turkey is probably a day that your subconscious mind is trying to exert some sort of power over you to get you to relapse. Because remember, the whole foundation for semen retention is we are disobeying Mother Nature. We are disobeying biology. We are avoiding ourselves of biology and the reproductive system, right? Because you know it, baby. The goal of our bodies is to create another child. Is the goal of your biology is to get you to release that semen to create another child. Now here you are being stubborn, saying, I'm holding my semen. So once you're holding your semen, you also throw your reproductive system out of loop. And its job now is to find ways to get you to release, right? And what better way than psychological ways? And among the psychological ways is a feeling of nothing is really going on. Like you're not feeling like you're making progress, like you're not feeling as strong, like nothing is really substantial in that season, whether it's a week or whether it's one day. Because what happens is, remember, when we watch porn or when we go and have sex, it's because we are escaping a bad feeling. We are escaping a current state of affairs. We are escaping drudgery. So I am inclined to believe, as I have found for myself, in those days when I feel like I ain't got it or I've lost something like a little bit of edge, which is not true, it's usually because my energy is so high in that cycle. When I say the cycle, it's so high in that cycle that my reproductive system wants to get rid of the energy in hope to create a baby. And if psychologically I feel like nothing is going on, that might even lead to an emotional, to feeling emotionally burdened down or disconnected and even mildly depressed. And in that state, you know what's going to happen, baby. You know, if you bust a nut, dopamine release is gonna give you a good perk up. And you have to understand your body. In fact, I have read that somewhere, one of the organizations that I'm affiliated with, that I have studied under, mystical organizations. The body is a masterful manipulator. Your body is a masterful manipulator. Your body knows exactly how to play the game to get you to do its bidding, to get you to accomplish its goals. And also remember that sex is primarily or entirely a function of our limbic system, the emotional part of our brain, right? So that part is always seeking to overwhelm the cortex, the prefrontal cortex, which is the logical part of our brain. So if you're not feeling well, which emanates from the limbic system, or you're not feeling so powerful, and you begin to get depressed, then that will overwhelm your prefrontal cortex, your logical brain that says, man, don't bust a nut, don't watch porn. And that might lead you to watching porn and busting a nut, or whether you're having sex with a woman also. Because I have to rectify, not every guy who's on semen retention actually was addicted to porn. So that's what I have found. And the key here, always, Mad, is to keep going. Yeah, keep going. It's just one day. I'll just keep going. Just keep going. And what I like to say is, in those days, wait a second. What I like to say is, in those days, let your knowledge of the truth lead you. In those days when you don't feel like it, or not like it, but you don't feel as powerful, as strong, as attractive, or you don't feel like you're a center of attraction, let your knowledge of the truth guide you. What's the knowledge of the truth? All is well. I've been retaining. I have not lost semen. I'm still powerful. I'm still magnetic. I'm still attractive. Attractive meaning a center of attraction, not as in physical appearance, but as in the energy that you emit out there. Let the truth guide you and just surrender to it and just accept it and keep going. And I'm sure that's what you've been doing anyway. Indeed. Great question, man. Great questions. Man, these have been some great questions so far. NB, my moderator. I've made a lot of progress with him. Awesome. Yeah, indeed. We are grateful. I mean, look, man, I'm grateful for the simple fact that, man, if I had stayed on porn, if I never recovered from porn, I would have been a bum right now. Truth be told, I believe I would be a bum, just to be able to build this studio here. Oh, by the way, shout out to NB. NB is my client as well as my moderator. He has invested in helping me build this studio. He has contributed financially because he has been being blessed a lot by my work with him. And he has financially supported me in purchasing these equipments. Yeah, as you can see, I have one of the best mics in the industry, and that's $400 by itself, and that's another $100. So he has contributed, and I wanted to give him a shout out, an acknowledgement for that publicly. I appreciate you, my brother. And everybody else who's been here from day one, I appreciate your support, just being there also. It's great. I'm happy just being able to share some insights with you guys instead of jerking off myself. You understand? Instead of living that life of anxiety, that life of, man, it's a bad life, bro. It was a bad life. My goal is every man that I get to work with personally will get rid of that life. I think Let's Talk said something else. Let's see what you've said. Let's say, what do you believe we get? Oh, so if I understand, it's weird the looks I get. Are you saying the looks that you get from women, other people, just because you are on semen retention? And if I understand your question, it's not too clear for me. If you can retype a question, like you can send another question, because right now anything that I would say would just be off of what I'm thinking that you're asking. It's weird the looks that you get. Appreciate it, MB. I appreciate that super chat, my brother. You've always been a good supporter. Thank you. Now, if that question has to do with the looks that you get on semen retention, as it relates to whether it's your magnetism, your sense of presence, your sense of power, your clarity, because you're gonna get a lot of clarity, then that's exactly what this practice does for a man. It makes the world more favorable to you. It makes the world more favorable to you. And how? See, the semen is an increase of energy, and we are all energy. Metaphysically speaking, we are energy, right? And semen helps purify and amplify your aura. And your aura is about 1 or 2 feet of energy, of an energy bubble around you, right? So metaphysically speaking, or spiritually speaking, we like to say your energy goes ahead of you, impacts the people that you're about to meet, impacts the environment you're about to step in, and then when you get there, you get the results. Let me say it again. Your energy goes ahead of you and impacts the environment where you're going and impact the people that you're meeting with. So then if somebody's favorable to you, it's your energy. Then if somebody's nasty to you, it's also your energy. I'm gonna stop here because I'm not too sure, if that's what you're asking. But yeah, it's weird the looks that you get, but stay on the journey so you continue to get way more looks. Any client would be on the phone with me if I'm on the road and we're on the phone, would know that I'll be like, man, I catch people looking at me all the time, men and women. Now, not just women too, or mostly, but men and women. Because it's like I'm on a mission. When I'm walking, I'm on a mission. I'm focused. I'm going somewhere. And that level of decisiveness, that level of focus itself compels other people, because most people are distracted. You understand? And also there is the glow. There is the glow. There is the hair looking luscious, the hair growing, and there is the face, and there's the presence of a powerful man, a man who knows what he wants, a man who knows who he is. All that message comes out of your energy. It comes out of your presence. And should you ever say something, people go like, oh my God, your voice is so powerful. I didn't expect your voice to be that powerful. Because when they asked that question, or when they started talking to you, they expected that you were going to answer with some sort of a weak voice, or some sort of a, those thin voice. Hey, yeah, what are you saying? Okay, yeah, I'm here. No, it's like, yeah, man, what's going on? It's like, oh my God, your voice is so powerful. That's semen retention, because semen retention improves your vocal cords. And yeah, you heard it. So hoping that's what you wanted to ask. Let's do another question, guys. These are actually beautiful questions, and powerful questions at that too. I appreciate them. So let's get going. I have 9 individuals watching. I appreciate all the 9 of you guys. In fact, I did not expect 9. If I get 10, I'll be happy. I have 10 likes so far, and I have 9 individuals watching. 9 men, I would expect, but women do come to my channel, drop by and watch a few videos and send me a message. Hey, I like the work that you're doing with the men, helping them to do whatever to control their sexual energy. So it's a success to me that I already have 9 eyes looking, because today is September 8th. 4 years ago, on a September 8th, I probably would be home jerking off, because the woman that I was dating for those years, her birthday is on the 7th, yesterday. That means I would have spent a lot of money, had a lot of time with her, had sex, and then just continue the journey of depleting my energy, because that's what I used to do, just deplete my energy, killing myself, man. But I'm here with you, with guys around the world, because I'm sure, hey, there's a 10th eye. Somebody just show up. Game show, Jackson, same. Awesome. Good to have you. Now here I am in my YouTube studio, recently built, and I'm sharing insights on Nofap and semen retention with guys around the world. Man, this is a great life, much better life than jerking off, a much better life than running after skirts on the streets. So I'm happy to be here. Good, nice. So, while I'm waiting for another question, right? No, there was a question that I'm actually that I missed from Always Mad. What do you think about succubus? I have an accent, so but you understand. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Succubus. But I do know what the word is. I've been battling them a lot on this journey. I know this when I sleep on my side, I don't get attacked. Awesome. Great. So let's take a spiritual perspective on this, actually, which is, no, that's not the only perspective. There is also a psychological perspective that we can take. But let's go. Let me go with the spiritual perspective. No, first, the psychological perspective. My bad. The psychological perspective is that your subconscious mind has a lot of sexual or debris in it. Your subconscious mind has a lot of sexual debris in it. All of us, okay? When I say your, I'm answering your question, but it could be anybody. Our sexual mind has how our subconscious mind has a lot of sexual debris from those years of watching porn, if that's the case, or chasing women, all those years when, for guys who weren't addicted to porn, those years when we were preoccupied by sex, where that's mostly what we wanted to do every single day. Those thoughts, those activities, those beliefs and actions and feelings and emotions, that you used to experience have gone and sit at the bottom of your subconscious mind, right? Spiritually, we say what goes in must come out. Okay? Any impression, that is what goes in, impression, must have an expression. So whatever goes in, that sits in, eventually has to come out. That's the way of the universe. There must be a balance in everything that happens in the universe, right? So if your subconscious mind has a lot of sexual debris, the way sexual confusion comes out of the subconscious mind is through wet dreams and fears and even hallucinations. That's one aspect. That's part A, right? So it could simply be hallucinations. Well, you don't get the dreams, but it could simply be hallucinations or a sense of fear overtaking you. It could really simply be a manifestation of your own subconscious mind, because the mind is powerful, bro. The mind is powerful. The mind will make you see what's not there, feel what's not happening, hear what's not being said. Okay? And the second aspect of it is a metaphysical aspect. That is what we call a demon, or what we call a sexual female demon. I think that's what succubus means. Can actually be an energetic entity, right? And yes, an energetic entity. You're making me go. I'm going deep. So, an energetic entity can have a manifestation in your physical world. That is true. And if that's the case, then you can deal with that through deep levels of meditation. And you can also deal with that with affirmations. Affirmations by claiming that I am free, I am powerful, I am strong, I control my own reality. No energetic being has control over my life. From this day forward, I'm going to sleep peacefully every night. Like yours truly, I sleep like a baby every night. My sleep is so deep. It's one of the best experiences that I'm having in my life right now. And you can affirm your freedom. You can affirm your power. You can affirm your authority. From this day forward, I shall never experience this negative experience while I'm sleeping, because the universe has my back. Or if you use the word, God, if you believe in a higher power, I claim my freedom. I claim cleanliness around me, and I set parameters around me, and I build a hedge of protection around me. Yeah, so affirmations like that can help to dissolve that energy, can help to push that energy back, right? And also, if you meditate, you can go into a state of meditation where you imagine yourself having victory over that entity. You imagine, you see it, you see yourself doing it. You imagine yourself either setting a parameters, building a hedge of protection around you. You see yourself pushing that entity back. You see yourself getting freedom from that entity. And eventually that will do it. These are hermetic, esoteric, mystical truths. If you want to know more, just email me. I'm willing to share more with you, especially you. You've been here day one. I'm willing to share more with you to help you gain a better freedom, to live a better reality. In fact, right, my own experience, I like to tell my clients, I have rewired my brain so much that it knows not to cause a wet dream. I can have a dream that's sexual, but it will never get to the point of penetration in the dream and then release of semen. It will not get to that point because I have so rewired my brain. I have so reconditioned my own system, my energy, my own being, that my brain knows unless I decide to release semen, it cannot do that. It cannot release semen. So you can do so. There is work that you can do to prevent those kind of things from happening. Shoot me an email, bro, because I do want to talk to you about some other things. I want to see if you would be willing to come on via Skype and share some of the things that you have learned after returning for 287 days. Man, this man has been returning for 287 days. That's quite an accomplishment. He said 287 days. No relapses. He said no relapses. That's awesome. So shoot me an email either way, okay? These have been some great questions. I didn't anticipate these beautiful and powerful questions. Awesome. So let's talk about semen retention, right? Because actually most of these questions have to do with semen retention. In fact, I recently heard from one of the big guys in the manosphere that the keywords semen retention, the keyword semen retention rank very high in search results on Google and YouTube, of course. So that says that a lot of men recently have been getting into semen retention, whether they're interested, whether they're practicing it, whether they want to learn more, or whether they're just conducting research like myself. If I'm just doing a little bit of research, try to see what's out there. But you can't really mainstream anything. Mainstream medical science or even the mental science discounts those kind of things. They discount the benefits that we can get from semen retention, and they call them a pseudoscience. So you can't really find any proper article or research, but you can find subjective accounts like my experience and your experience and the experiences of the men who have done it. And the funny thing is, knowing what we know about semen retention, knowing what we know that a man cannot succeed without a certain level of sexual discipline, and with that we're saying without holding semen for some time, it's safe to say that CEOs, lawyers, speakers, pastors, preachers, writers, anybody of influence, anybody who can move people, anybody whose presence changes things, anybody who has a powerful voice, anybody who's practicing any craft to a perfection level, we can assume that that man is practicing some sort of semen retention. Now, it could just be he only has sex once a week, right? Or twice a week, or twice, once a week or twice every 2 weeks, right? In fact, here is what I've heard, and I know this to be true too. It has to be true. Back in the days when rappers used to sign up with labels, now today, they don't really have to do that. They can just come out with their own labels and then distributing their own music, as you know, with the internet. But back in the days, right, when rappers had to sign up to a label, one of the requirements was that he abstained from sexual activities. Say, cut all the hoes, cut everybody for that time that we are producing that album, for that time that we're working on that album. You need to give up sexual satisfaction. And in fact, it still happens. I think, for example, what my girl Rihanna said something along that line, although she's a woman, but it applies with a woman too, in holding sexual energy. She said the last album she was working with, whenever she said that she was working on, she didn't engage into sexual activities until the album was over. And I have to believe it's the same thing too for an actor. They have to, because if they don't, then they can't operate. We know if you're losing semen, you're gonna be lethargic, man, disinterested, man, susceptible to anger. You can't do anything of that high magnitude if you're losing semen. So really, a lot of successful men are holding semen secretly. It's just a practice that they find that works for them, and they never come out and share it. But based on the truth that we know that's what those men are doing. So here is the foundation of semen retention, or the psychological foundation, the first psychological foundation tenets of semen retention. Understand that your animal body is designed to release the semen to produce another baby, to produce a baby, to give the best of you to a woman, to create a child. That's the best of you. Your semen is the best of you, the best substance of you. That's why when you let it out, all of a sudden you feel like, oh gosh, I gotta eat, man, I gotta go lay down. Oh shit, I'm fucked. Because it's the best of you, right? That's what your animal body is designed for. That's what your biological body is designed for. It's your primary directive. It's your primary imperative in this life. That is to get hard and find that hole that was designed for your stick, to poke it in there and stroke, pop, 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 and then blow a hot load, right? And then create another baby. I know this is kind of graphic, but of course that's what it is, man. Why not? It must be. And I'm being careful here with the language, but so the animal, the body is designed for that. When you decide now to hold that semen, you just started a fight between the best of your abilities and biology. You are engaged in a fight between your biology and the best of your ability. Because if you keep developing your abilities, then you can keep winning. Because a relapse is simply your abilities, the best of your abilities have not been fully developed yet. And that's why you can be overwhelmed and relapse, right? And lose that semen. Remember, Mother Nature or biology is always ready for you to bust a nut. Always. Mother Nature at 5 a.m. And you know that, right? At 5 a.m., testosterone peaks. If you wake up at 5 a.m., you are so hard. Some people refer to it as pee hard, because you got to go pee. But I've found that even if I ain't got to go pee at 5 a.m. on the dot, because I do go to sleep late in the morning because I stay up doing stuff, man, by the time 5 a.m. and 5:30 roll around, this thing is hard. And its goal is to get ready to do something. So your biology is always ready for you to release that semen. You are engaged in a fight. This is why you have to stay busy. Like Always Mad said, he says he stays busy. He takes cold showers and stays busy. You have to stay busy. That's why I've been saying on my channel, you have to create a new life for yourself. You have to pick up some new dreams and new goals. You have to be working on something. You have to have something to be giving your energy and your attention to. Because if you're not busy at that level, you're not doing something productive and something that will create satisfaction in you. If you remain idle, biology will catch up with you. Mother Nature will catch up with you and will get you to release that semen. So you are engaged in a fight. In fact, this is the hardest fight that you will ever fight in life, because you are fighting against something that's older than you. So in the language of the Bible, there's the story of Isaac and Esau and the father Jacob, right? It doesn't matter if you don't know the story. I'm not trying to preach Christianity to you. No, I just that's my background. I have a bachelor in practical theology. I was in the church. So, and I'm making those references symbolically, not necessarily literally like the Christians. Okay, so you don't need to leave. You don't need to leave. I'm not trying to convert you. The older brother is more powerful than the younger brother, right? But the younger brother is more cunning, and it's going to get the blessing. Okay. So the older brother in your system is your limbic system in your brain. It's the limbic part of your brain. That's the older brother. The younger brother is your prefrontal cortex, because the prefrontal cortex is the newly developed part of the human brain. The limbic system has been around for the longest, as long as man has been around. It's the animal part of us. It's the part that has waged wars, that has raped, that has killed and plundered. It's the part that says, don't F with me before I... That part has been around for the longest. It's the animal. But guess what? That's the part also that rules your reproductive system. Okay? That's the part that governs your parasympathetic system, your autonomous system. That's the part that gives you sexual urges. That's the part that gets you hard. That's the part that causes you to bust. And then, so that older brother knows everything. He knows all the tricks in the book. He knows how to get you to do that thing. He knows. For example, have you ever broken up with a girl and she calls you and she said, wait, all I want to do is talk. I just want to have a talk with you, right? Of course, you go and meet up with her, and you know you guys don't talk. You know what we do, right? Let's just remove the T and put an F there. Y'all don't talk. Y'all fuck. Because she wanted to fuck the whole time, but the limbic system knows how to arrange it. Perhaps if she said, hey, I need to fuck, maybe in your position, you might say, nah, I'm not going to do it. And she doesn't want to be, of course, her brain doesn't want her to get rejected. And she said, I just want to iron some things out with you. I just want to talk to you. And the same thing for men, vice versa. Men do that too. A man breaks up with a woman and he's like, well, babe, all I want to do is talk with you, because there is some confusion here. I don't understand what's going on. Let's just meet up and talk. They never talk. They fuck. That's the trick of the limbic system. It knows how to go about getting its will done, right? So that's the older brother. The newer brother is the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is the newest part of the brain. Like logic, rationality are very new to us. There was a point in time in history, men was like animals. We were only animals. We didn't used to reason. We didn't used to think. And if you look at life, you would see that we've been reasoning more and more, like right now in this day and age. In fact, they say that the chances of one man dying in the arm, not in the arms, but the chances are one man dying by another man is the lowest that it's ever been, because we have developed, our prefrontal cortex has developed where now we make more rational choices, we make more logical choices. So you know about the older brother, the limbic system, the one that has the key and knows how to move your reproductive system. And then you have the younger brother, which is the prefrontal cortex that says, we're not going to bust a nut today. We're not going to watch porn today. Where the older brother is more powerful. The younger brother is still learning. So that's the fight that you're engaged in. When you decided to get on semen retention, you did that in the younger brother side, right? But he's still learning. He's still new. That's why when the limbic system, the older brother, overpowers your prefrontal cortex, you have to give in. You watch porn. You blow that load. You lose that semen. So the fight is between your limbic system and your prefrontal cortex. The older brother, the all-powerful within that scenario, and the learning and still developing younger brother. I hope that can help you to have a clearer picture as it relates to the fight that you're engaged in. And that older brother is always watching. Your limbic system is always watching. It doesn't have anything else in mind but the 4 F's. The 4 F's, right? Fight, flee, fuck. Okay. Fight, flee, fuck, and is it 3 F's or 4 F's? There's another F. But that's what it cares about. That's the only thing that part of us is wired for. That's the part that's going to fight. That's the part that's going. Feed. The last F is feed. Let's get it. It's a 4 F. So your limbic system, the animal in you, is only concerned with 4 things, and those are the 4 F's: fight or flee. If it's not going to fight, if the guy is bigger, then it's going to run. It's going to flee, and it's going to fuck, and it's going to feed itself. Those are the 4 operations of your limbic system, of the animal in you. The part of you that has to do with thinking of holding semen, staying away from women, staying away from porn, has to do with your prefrontal cortex, which is the younger brother, which is still developing. That part is still the weakest part of our brain. I hope you know that. I hope you know your logical brain is the weakest part of our brain, because the limbic part of the brain can overwhelm you at any given moment. That's what it is. That's why people fight, right? That's why people fight, cuss, get jealous, kill each other, watch porn, jerk off. That's why we do it. Get emotional, get angry. It's because the limbic system is more powerful. It's been there for the longest, and it overpowers the logical part of our brain. That's the work that you're engaged in, my brother. So then, how do you win? You keep learning, growing, and practicing things that will strengthen your prefrontal cortex. And by that we mean learn new notions, new insights, affirmations, visualization, meditation, and then healthy habit development and implementation. Because I like to say, without the practices, without the habits, without having habits that you practice daily, you're just going for a walk. You're just going for a walk on this journey. So we have to have, let me see if I have a question or something. Aspen, Esau and Jacob. Correct. Esau and Jacob. Correct. And the father, Isaac. Correct. Thank you for that. Esau and Jacob. Yeah. Esau and Jacob. And the father, Isaac, the blind father. Oof. Okay. So, and what else? Feed. But I need to look at the laptop more. I guess when I'm watching live, I don't like when the people are just keep looking at the laptop. I guess there is a wisdom to that and a method to their madness. So I just wanted to keep looking at the camera straight. But yes, feed. Thank you, Aspen, for the correction. Esau and Jacob and their father Isaac, and then NB, my brother, feed. Yeah. So remember, the limbic system is only concerned with fighting. If it's not going to fight because the guy is bigger, it's going to flee and it's going to feed itself and then fuck. That's it. That's the animal in you. Anything else that you are concerned with? Virtue, morality, politics. Well, politics actually can fall into the old brain because it's so dirty. It's a dirty arena. Anyhow, this is a semen retention discussion. Anything that has to do with higher virtue, higher state of consciousness, love, peace, human achievement, semen retention actually has to do with the newer part of your brain, which is still in development, which is still learning. It's still weak compared to that animal. That animal will override that thing. A last example. As a man, you meet a woman, you meet up with her, and you're like, we're just going to go over and talk. Let me continue that example from earlier, right? And as soon as you guys sit, you start touching hands, a feeling comes over you. But you said you ain't gonna fuck. You ain't gonna fuck. A feeling comes over you. In that moment, your prefrontal cortex begin to shut down. The logical part of your brain begins to shut down in increments, if I can use that, progressively. The more you hold hand with that woman, the more you touch her, the dumber you become in the experience, because the limbic guy is taking over, and the younger brother go and have a seat somewhere. Go to sleep. Let me do business. Let me handle business. Go to sleep. And usually what happens, especially in the case of a woman, and afterwards she's like, I don't know what happened. We were over there. We were talking. And he kind of scoots closer to me. We began to talk and we held hand, and I don't know. And next thing I know, I woke up and, we done did it. Yeah, that's how it happens. The decision center, the logical center gets shut down as soon as you begin to get aroused. So that's the fight that you're engaged in. And you're going to win to the degree that you continue improving your logical brain, primarily through acquiring new knowledge as well as practicing. Because I like to say, you got to practice those new habits. You got to practice habits that sustain your new mindset, your new philosophy. Because if not, you're just going to fall back on the old habit. You have to replace the old habits by rewiring your brain. And the way you rewire your brain, only has two components to it: acquiring new knowledge, practicing new healthy, productive habits that sustain the new lifestyle that you're seeking to have. So let me share one habit with you, one example. Let me share one example with you. Give me a second. I have shared on my channel in videos as well as with my clients that a good habit you can practice on semen retention if you're seeking to stay away from porn and stay on semen retention is to reconfigure your environment, is to reconfigure your house. We got a question. We got a big question. Let me answer the question. Would you recommend staying away from women on SR? Because I'm almost at 90 days and feel real motivated. There we go. To go out there and get on my game. I'm going to give you my best answer. I am not one of those guys who believe that you need to hold semen forever, because it can arguably be said to be impossible. I'm saying arguably because I'm sure somebody can argue that it's possible to just keep your semen forever. The reason that's not what I propose a long time to get yourself to the place where you are being successful and you have a discipline. Right now, I don't have a specific woman. What I do is I keep going through, whatever women cross my path, and if they would like for me to, take them down, I just choose the best one. Right? So December last year, after several months of retaining, I did something in December, and then somewhere a few months ago. Now remember, I'm almost 3 years into, a little bit over 3 years of SR practice. So I'm not rebooting my energy, but I'm just practicing the discipline of being on top of my game every time, feeling strong in my body, having that magnetic presence, having that willpower, having that power of decision, power of intention. And that can still be maintained if you have the discipline and you can have sex every once in a while, right? The problem is having sex often and busting it not often. If this is your first 90 day, I would say stay away from them if this is your first 90 day. The reason being is this is your opportunity to rewire your brain the strongest in the first 90 days. But if this is your second or your third 90 days and you want to, knock somebody, hey, yes, why not? Why not? Because after all, you have one life to live. After all, it feels good to knock, to have sex, to fuck. It feels good to fuck. And in fact, on semen retention, that's when you can have the best sex, actually, because you last longer. Your penis gets stronger and larger. Your erection lasts longer. It's a much powerful experience. But also, there is a practice that you need to learn that's called NEO, non-ejaculatory orgasm. That is where you can actually have sex with the woman and not ejaculate. So that's what I'm talking about. You can have sex without losing the essence, right? And it's not a lot of things that you would have to learn. It'll be more practicing them, actually. And I can tell you right now, the primary thing to know as it relates to having sex with a woman. Oh, thank you, NB, for that super chat. Appreciate it. The one of the first thing that you're gonna have to do if you want to have sex with a woman and not ejaculate is to begin to train your brain to dissociate sex with ejaculation. I'm gonna repeat that. To teach your brain to dissociate sex with ejaculation. Or, yeah, where your brain no longer equates having sex with busting a nut. That's where I am. When I'm having sex, my brain is not rushing, my body is not rushing, looking forward to the climax to bust a nut. No. It knows that I'm just here to enjoy the sensation in the body, the touch of the woman, the mornings, whatever little things that happen while we're doing it, but I'm not necessarily looking forward to busting a nut as the ultimate pleasure. That's one. And second, being present is powerful. If you enter a room with a woman, being present, while you're very present, you are aware of everything that's happening, then you can have sex and you have a better chance of holding your semen. But if you're not there yet, then yeah, just stay away altogether for now until you feel like, until you have learned some practice or you feel like you're ready and you can go at it, and where if you happen to accidentally release, it won't destroy you, because it won't be with porn, it will be with a woman. And also, here is another principle, guys. I think, okay, here's another principle. For those of us who used to be addicted to porn, or for some of you who are still struggling with porn every once in a while, know that if you ever have to lose your semen, it's best to have sex with a woman than to watch porn. You do more damage watching porn and busting a nut than having sex with a woman and ejaculating. Should you lose the semen, that's the principle. Should you lose the semen, if you get to the point where you feel like you're overwhelmed, oh my God, I'm about to really watch porn, then if you can call some chick, or in some cases even, hey, for it, it's healthier than watching porn. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm hoping that these two ideas that I shared with you were clear enough and they could help you. This is our first live, so I appreciate everybody who's been here. I think the peak was 11 that I saw, and I have 14 likes. So usually they say your likes are going to be 10% of the people who participate. So if likes represent 10%, then that means I had 140 people. But no, my guys are loyal. They will like, they will comment. It doesn't matter how small the amount is. And it's a success. I love it. We had some guys, we asked questions, 15 likes. We had some good questions. I answered some good questions. I shared some ideas. It's actually a success. It's actually a success. It's been in the making for a long time, having to build the studio, get some equipment. As well as, I think the last thing I was waiting on was a good internet connection. I had to get AT&T fiber to connect my MacBook through the Ethernet, so I could have good connection. So it's a success. I am grateful for everybody who's been on, who's still on. Let's see what GMS 144 Lively Stones. That sounds like a business, bro. Yeah, that's an address, is it? Is GMS a business and then 144 Lively Stones an address? If that's the case, then you see that's how semen retention works. Instead of just reading the name for what it is, I guess you get some insights. But if it's not, Never mind. Okay, thank you for the response. This is my first 90 days, and I've made a lot of progress getting rid of negativity. Thank you. Go, 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 go. Emotional trauma, positive thinking. This needs to go on the screen. Hang on. Dang, this needs to go on the screen. You see, this is my first 90 day, and I've made a lot of progress getting rid of negativity, emotional trauma, and of course, acquiring results in positive thinking. This is wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. This is what we want to hear. This is what I think a guy like me who's doing this work, who's helping my brothers to do the same work that I have done, wants to hear. And I'm sure this is going to help some guys who are watching. And my moderator actually would say the same thing too. Would say the same thing. A lot of progress, getting rid of a lot of negativity. Of course, related to the porn, watching porn, and healing emotional trauma. Let me say something about emotional trauma. Emotional trauma is probably the primary reason for porn addiction, for porn and masturbation addiction. Why? Because we are not addicted to any substance. Drug addicts are not addicted to drugs. Drug addicts are not addicted to drugs. Porn addicts are not addicted to porn. Smokers are not addicted to cigarettes. Alcoholics are not addicted to alcohol. You know what all addicts have in common? They are addicted to escapism, escaping their current reality, because the current reality is too strong, it's too powerful, and usually not too powerful, it's too strong negatively, not positively, it's too strong negatively. And at the bottom of all that is emotional trauma, emotional pain, the pain that we experience growing up as children, the pains that we, whether it was from our parents, the people in our environment, or things that we witnessed, or maybe a flaw in our body that was amplified and everybody talked about it, or whatever it might have been. Emotional trauma, unhealed emotional trauma, childhood wounds, attachment issues are the primary reason for addiction. They are triggers. For example, some guys, as soon as they get angry, they relapse. Some guys, as soon as they get depressed or they feel some strong emotion, they relapse. Some guys, as soon as they hear from their abusive parents and they get into an altercation with their siblings, that triggers the emotional trauma, right? They relapse because it's so strong, it's so powerful. They have to escape it. And another level is, as soon as you remember some pain, you can't cope with the present reality of remembering that pain, and you just escape in watching porn. If you look at it, right, man, I didn't watch porn. If I watched porn for 1 hour, that was because maybe somebody interrupted me or my phone rang and I had to leave, right? It used to be at least 2 hours, and, you know, at least 2 hours up to 6 hours, the whole night or the whole day or the whole evening, right? That's a lot of escapism from reality. That's a long time. That's a part-time job. That's a long time being away from real life. That's a long time being away from my life. Yeah. It says, NB says porn messes up more than we realize. Yes. Porn messes us up more than we realize. Yeah, that is true. Yes, porn messes us up more than we realize. That's true. As I often say, one of the pains that I experienced on this journey, in the coaching journey, not necessarily my own personal journey, is the fact that some guys would inquire about coaching, and which was my experience also when I was recovering. They cannot evaluate or accurately evaluate their need for help. In fact, I was on the phone today with NB. We actually touched on that. We had that conversation where I said the same part of the brain that is addicted is the same part that is the same brain. The same brain that's addicted is the same brain that would have to evaluate its need for help. And that's a big problem, because I've had guys who consult with me say things like, "Oh, no, I'm not addicted to porn. I just watch it every once in a while, but I've been meaning to stop, but I can't stop." I'm like, "Well, that's addiction. Yeah, that's why you can't stop." No, I'm not addicted. You don't understand. I just want to hold semen. I just want to find a way to hold semen. Porn messes us up more than we realize. Let me say one more thing about that. For the 23 years that I was addicted to porn, I really just left life, bro. I got to be honest with you. I left life behind. I forgot my childhood experiences, high school experiences. I even forgot college training. Have a bachelor in practical theology and some college course where I actually was on the way for another bachelor in business administration. And it wasn't until I began to recover and retain semen that the learnings, the principles, whether it's principles of macroeconomics, business law, managerial finances, or accounting, whatever it. I forgot those principles. I forgot everything that I learned. I forgot about my family members. I got disconnected with everybody, and let alone the businesses I lost. Man, listen, bro. I was a real estate agent in Florida. I was a notary public in Florida. I was a tax preparer in Florida. I was in the car business. I was a part owner of a used car dealership in Florida for about 6 or 7 years, up to the point of in the recession. I had a food concession when I was married. My wife used to run the food concession while I was at the dealership. I had millionaire friends in Florida, rich friends in Florida. And I messed all that shit up, bro. Yeah. I had my start in radio communication. Those friends saw my ability to speak, right? "Oh, David, we want to bring you along to our shows and let the people, so you can start letting people know you, and eventually you'll go and have your own show, your own platform." I messed all that shit up. Correct. It's a lot of loss, and I'm sure some guys have had way more losses than what I've lost. But yet, yes, NB, you are right. NB, porn messes us up more than we realize. Who else is in the house? Ask a question, say something. Oh, we have 11 eyes, 17 likes. Man, it's a success, bro. I ain't tripping. It's a success. I got to be honest with you. I told NB, as I said, is my client as well as my moderator. We have a spiritual connection. So, although we're coaching, but it's more like a spiritual teacher and neophyte type of relationship that we have. I said, well, nobody's waiting for the live. I'm still gonna go live. It's been in progress. The day has come. But man, if I only get 3 people, I'll be happy. If 3 guys only come on, I'll be happy. 5 guys is a lot, and 12 guys right now, it's a lot. It's a success. I'm happy for it. Nofap Wolf, hi bros. Hey. Thank you guys. I truly appreciate you all. Nofap Wolf. I like that. I like that name. I need to find a name for me. Well, not Nofap name. I think maybe a semen retention name for me. But imagine a Nofap Wolf. Imagine a wolf walking around intimidating people like, you better get on Nofap, you know. You better get on Nofap before I eat you up. You better get on Nofap. Or I'm the Nofap Wolf, you hear me? Yeah, I'm silly like that. Semen retention will bring back your childhood nature, your childlike nature. That's what they say, right? You know, forgive me. Well, I'm not even going to say it. Because my mentor for many, many years tell me not to apologize for my accent or if I mispronounce a word, stuff like that. So I haven't really been practicing that, and I'm not about to start because, yeah, because I don't do it with other guys who have accent. I understand them. And should they mispronounce a word, I understand that also. Semen retention is going to restore your childlike nature. Right? Where although you're a badass, although you're powerful, although you're no man to be effed with, but you are also very innocent. You are also very jovial. You are also very down to earth, right? Some women have called me a gentle giant. Hey, I think it's a compliment. Right, Envy? Because they know you can destroy this whole house if you wanted to. They know, they can see the strength in you. They can see the power in you. And yet you are gentle. You are childlike. You give them the benefit of doubt. You don't contest nobody. You don't throw a tantrum when you disagree. You disagree like a man. You disagree with respect. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of semen retention. Let's see what we have. Aspen, you know different between alpha male and sigma male. I've been hearing about the sigma male. Now, I think there is more talk about alpha and beta, and I think that's where I have more understanding. Or perhaps here is what happens. I think my mind has somewhat put a hold on or blocked or maybe not tried to understand or to venture further into another. Because I've heard, like the red pill, for example, I've heard red pill, okay, there's the red pill and there's the blue pill. I stopped there. Then I've heard, well, women have a pink pill, and I've heard a purple pill. I think I stopped at the red and the blue because really, for the simple fact that life is a dichotomy, right? There are two sides, the left and the right. Everything else is a shade in between. I don't know. You can write it in the comment concisely, and I will put it on the screen. So tell me if you know the difference between an alpha male and a sigma male. I think the sigma, it's like I said, there are two sides. It's a dual reality, and we know what the alpha male is and the beta male is, and in between on the spectrum, there are many other male that can exist, just as Just as for the other example I just took, the red pill. We know the red pill, the rational, logical knowledge, awakening, and then the blue pill, a state of sleep, unconsciousness, and then between those two, there may be a variation of other things. So if you know the difference, say it, write it down, write it concisely. I'll put it on the screen for other brothers to see. But I don't know yet. Perhaps I'll research that afterwards. But thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure it has a value. Why you mentioned it, so I'll need to look that up. So next time, I'm sure when another guy asks that question next time, then I'll be better prepared to answer that question. But if you ask about alpha and beta mindsets or philosophy, as I like to call it, mindsets or philosophy, then I probably have a lot to talk about. But the Sigma male, I haven't researched that. Oh, I think you said something pops up on my phone, but it's not on this screen yet. Oh, there we go. Sigma, more of an independent loner that is still confident and masculine. Oh, that's NB who said that. Okay. More of an independent loner that is still confident and masculine. Well, can that be alpha also? Yeah. Because in fact, some of the most alpha guys are loners. Oh, is the sigma then, by that very definition, is the sigma a step above the beta? That is, you have the beta, then you have the sigma, who's more of an independent loner but is still confident and masculine, and then you have the alpha. Then if that's the case, then the answer that I just gave earlier, the illustration is true, that perhaps between the two poles are a variety of shades of that thing. Okay. Ronnie Fargo, the young king is in the house. Let me say hi to Ronnie. The young king, good to have you. Welcome. You're late. It's been over an hour, but better be late than sorry. That's what the Americans say, right? So it's good to have you. So thank you, NB, for that definition. So if by that definition, then I think a sigma male would be a step above the beta, meaning that an aspiring alpha is a sigma male. Is it safe to say that a sigma male would be an aspiring alpha? Yeah. Or on the journey to being alpha in the manosphere. Let me put that comment on the screen. I'm very grateful, and I'm actually happy that you guys are very engaging. Ronnie Fargo, say some. Ronnie Fargo is the young king. We've been working together since for a long time. Young king in Orlando, Florida, where I moved from. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia now. That's where he lives. People say Batman is a sigma. Okay. In the manosphere, many days the sigma is an alpha that is not so involved in caring about social dominance and being seen, like something like that. Okay. Where NB is already my research guy, so it's only right that you're already doing the job. Yeah. So a sigma is an alpha that is not so involved in caring about social dominance and being seen. Okay, so that's a Sigma male. Interesting. Interesting. Then I think I probably have a foot in that. I don't care about social dominance and being seen, other than other than when it relates to my purpose. If it relates to my purpose, I do want to be out there. Um, Social dominance, I think I do. Yeah, we do have to. We do. I do endeavor to have a level of social dominance, because if not, then you will get eaten. You will get eaten. Um, Especially if you are in the public eye pursuing a calling. I think that's what I'm saying. If you're just pursuing, if you're pursuing a calling, but yeah. Um, Thank you, NB. I appreciate that. Uh, what category would you put the simps? The simps are below the floor. The simps have not made it into no discussion, except uh, I think that's what we all have been simps now. Now let's be easy on the simps, okay? We all have been simps now, bro. Hey, I like to say I am an ex super simp. That's what I like to say. NB, right? I am an ex super simp, bro. I used to simp, and the funny thing is, I used to get a lot of girls, man. In my experience, although even throughout the years of being on porn, I was getting girls. I was getting girls. You know, even through years of struggle on porn, I was still getting girls. Um, but I used to simp, man. I used to simp. I used to give in where my life was the social narrative, the romantic narrative. You know, you meet the woman, you take the woman out, you embellish her, you serve her, you worship her, you do everything for her. You put her on a pedestal, and you are nothing. You let her know, baby, without you I'm nothing, right? I can't live without you. I am nothing without you. I want to bring you flowers. I want to buy you clothes. I'll take you out. Basically, she is your primary concern when you're dating her. Oh my God, yeah, that's fucked up. That's not the way a man is supposed to live his life. These days, like I said, when I meet a woman, if I want to talk to her beyond that initial conversation, I ask her to take my number. I rarely take a woman's number, and the situation must call for it for me to take her number. But most times I ask her to take my number. Oh, where's your phone? Oh, it's right. Okay, go ahead. Pull it out. Put my number in your phone. My name is David, and shoot me a text so that I can like your name. So that I can like you in, and I'll be in touch with you. Okay. And most times that's it. Now, if every once in a while a woman might ask a question, why do I need to put your number in my phone? Because in her mind, I'm supposed to be the one asking her for the number, right? And of course, I'll tell her, "Oh, yeah, you're gonna need my number. You're gonna need my number in times when you are in need of illumination, or even some good dick. You're gonna need my phone. I do these two things very well. So go ahead and put my number in your phone. That's it. And also, I don't take a woman out. I don't tell a woman, let me take you out. I tell her that I have this restaurant that I love their menu. I have a couple of dishes there that I love, and I'm going there. I'm planning on going there, and I'd like to take her along with me, and I'm sure that she will enjoy it. In both of these examples, I am first. I am the prize. I am the leader. I'm living my life for myself, and I'm bringing her along with me. As opposed to the old simp mentality is, when are you available? I'd like to take you out. I'd like to show you around. I'd like to show you a good time. It's all about her. She is the one being honored. She is the one being on the pedestal. No wonder then when she when she says she doesn't want you no more, your whole world crumbles, like you feel like shit because she was the one being honored. She was the one being worshipped. That's not how this is new to the world though. That's not what ancient time shows. This is something that happens after the Renaissance. After the Renaissance, if I may go into a little world history, as we get populated more, men out of France, primarily out of France and Italy, wanted to redefine. In fact, that was part of Renaissance. Wanted to redefine life. As we move from an age of darkness into an age of some sort of light, literature, men wanted to redefine a society and create some things, right? And then the story of romanticism began to arise, where men now begin to put women on display, begin to worship women, begin to pedestalize women, and the man is working hard and saving his money. But before that wasn't such, bro. Before that, a man works hard, gets his money, gets his life together, picks a good woman for wife, she submits, she takes care of feminine duties, he takes care of masculine duties, and life is good. And that's what the alpha seeks to restore and keep going. Keep your semen, because the more semen you keep, the more alpha you are. And you might even make it to the sigma male category. So let's see. Okay, what else? Here is a comment. Y'all need to read it yourself. I'm not going to read this comment. Y'all read this comment. David is ultra smooth. Haha. Do you consider talking women as cold approach? Because I think that term is completely lame. You see, I'm gonna tell you something, GMS. My part of my philosophy is I'm an Aquarius, right? If anybody believes in astrology, if not, forget about that. But if you believe in the MBTI, what we call the Myers-Briggs typology indicator, I am an INTJ. So I think I'm referred to as the architect or the mastermind. What am I saying is, when something works, I hold on to it and I amplify it and I make it work even better. I don't really pay a lot of attention to a lot of the names that guys are giving things out there, okay? Cold approach, soft approach, warm approach. I think the alpha male knows how to approach. How about that? I think so. I think the confident man knows how to approach. I think the confident man will know which approach style to choose according to the situation at hand. Like I told you earlier, some women, I take their number, right? I just got a number last night. She is a social media strategist, and I showed up somewhere, and man, she was checking me out. I got a personal trainer, so I've been working out, and her eyes were all over me. But she was at work. She was behind the counter, so that was hard to tell her. This is an instance where I'm going to say, and then I don't say, give me your number. That's lame. You don't say, give me your number. Let me have your number. Nah, man. I say, you have shared a lot of great insights with me, and I'd like to talk to you some more, though. I'd like to stay in touch. As you know, I'm not on social media currently, but I'm sure there are other ways that I can stay in contact with you. Man, I didn't have to finish. She reached out for the what do you call those things? Post-it notes. And she, oh yeah, sure. Man, she put her FB down, her IG down, and then her phone number. Now, she could have said, Okay, well, here was my FB and here was my IG. When you go back on there, you link up with me. No, 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 no. She wants to talk to David. She wants some of that energy. Okay, so I think the alpha will know what approach to use based on the circumstance, because I don't think there was a one size fits all. For example, I've also used well, I guess that can be called a cold approach, where I just walk up straight to a woman and be like, man, oh my God, you are exuding so much sexual energy, and I'm feeling it, and I'm exuding the same too. I think something needs to go down between me and you. We got to do it. Let's start talking about it. Of course, she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, you know what we're talking about? There's something between me and you. There's a heat between me and you. There's a massive sexual attraction between me and you. We have to fuck, baby. We have to fuck. But then there is an environment for it. There's a time for it, right? So I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think if you see a woman in the grocery store and you go and approach her, if somebody want to call that cold approach, well, don't bother with those terms so much. Okay, don't bother too much with those terms. Just do you. Just do what your alpha instincts are telling you to do, because I believe there's not a one approach size fits all. You're going to have a different approach according to the situation at hand. All right, so always, man, a lot of times the women don't call if you don't give her if you give her your number. A lot of times. But for the small amount of time that they do call, they call me. So they call and text. And if you realize, I did say text me your name, right? Text me your name so I can get your number. And also, like I just said right before I address your comment here, I said you're gonna know what the situation is called for. There's a situation that calls for you taking the number, and there's another situation that calls for you giving her your number. So let's say, for example, right, you would like to tap that, but it's not something that you would really put a lot of effort in reaching out. So then you let her take your number, right? If she reaches out to you, the better. But if she doesn't, it won't bother you anyway, because you already had in your mind, you know what, yeah, I don't mind. I would mind tapping that, but I don't want to put all the effort. If she calls and texts, then I go ahead and do it. That kind of thing. And also, for the woman not to call or not to text, she must already see that you don't have energy to give her, that she can't benefit from your energy. If she sees that she can benefit from your energy, she's at least going to text. Because remember, women are hungry for your energy. Women are hungry for your validation. Women are hungry, even desperate for your pedestalization, for you to put them on a pedestal. Women are hungry for that. And as I have been saying to some of my clients, hint, when you tap into the subconscious conditioning of women, you will have opened the door to a whole new world of experience. If you can tap into that unconscious side of women, knowing how they operate, because women mostly operate unconsciously, then you will know when to give her your number and when to take her number, and if she's going to call you or not. Yeah. But always mad, if it works for you to take her number, then you take her number. But if you want to try asking her to take your number, I think there is a way to do it. I think I mean, you are 287 days on semen retention. You do have the presence. You do have the magnetism. You do have the power. You do have the energy for her to want. So there's a way to tell her that, and perhaps that's what GMS means by I am smooth. There's a way to tell her that, but just keep doing what works for you, man. What gets you laid. But keep that semen. I know you're gonna keep it because you are 287 days in. Real good answers, man. Definitely gotta trust your instincts. Absolutely, gotta trust your instinct. Yeah. As I like to say, as that's one of the things that you will find on your journey. That is your intuition skills, or what they call your psychic skills, abilities will be developed. Your psychic abilities will be amplified, bro. You'll be able to see through walls. And so wait a minute, I don't mean seeing through walls as in X-ray, but you will have a sense of what's going on behind that wall. It will come to you. You will have a sense of what your friends are thinking about you, or what they say about you. You will have a sense of what people think about you, what they say about you, what things are going on, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. You will have a sense if you're making the right decision, the wrong decision. You will have a sense. It will come to you, but you got to hold the semen. It will come to you. And that's one of the benefits. That's one of the spiritual benefits of semen retention. Guys, it's been wonderful. I am so happy that you all came online. I have 18 likes, which means at least 18 people stopped by. 18 guys stopped by. Sometimes a woman sneaks in, you know. I am happy. It's been a success. We will do it again, and we will continue coming with some teachings as well as answering some questions. Now, I am also preparing to get into more men issues that are outside of porn and semen. Like, we want to talk about self-confidence. We want to talk about goal settings. We want to talk about planning. We want to talk about action taking. We want to talk about decision making, inner strength, clarity. We want to talk about a lot of practical things, as well as dating issues out there, you know, dating things, because I'm sure some of you want to get with women and do things. So I will be getting into those broader topics than just Nofap and semen retention, because I like to say semen retention is a tool. It's a tool to an end. You're holding your semen to accomplish something. You're holding your semen to accomplish goals such as feeling strong, feeling powerful, always being on top of your game, going for your goals, having that strength to make that phone call, that negotiation, to close that deal, to make that presentation, work out, develop the best body you can if you want, or get with a good woman, or whatever that goal might be. Semen retention is a tool. So semen retention is not where we stop. We don't stop just here and talk about it over and over again. We want to talk about those things in the real world. We want to talk about achievement in the real world. We want to talk about creating things in the real world, as well as addressing issues that men face in the real world. So it's been a pleasure, my brothers. I think it'll be good to stop here on a great note. I've answered all questions and talk some more about the foundation. I think I talked about the foundation of semen retention, where you are engaged in a fight. It's been very engaging. I'm satisfied. I'm pleased with that. And until next time, I appreciate you all, and thank you all. And I will have another live soon. Remember, guys, you are kings and stay in your kingdom. That's what I used to stay. I used to say on and when my channel was called Menskindgom. But you are king and stay in your kingdom. Yes, we are all kings in our own domain. It was good to have you, kings. Always mad. I can't believe all those years I wasted my semen. I'm now 40 and practicing this journey. I'm 42, my brother. In fact, I think I told a client of mine that I was like, man, I think today I said, I've wasted the best of my youth, my best youthful years on semen, on porn, bro. I did. I'm 40, man. You know, I started this journey mid-30s. Yeah. So I like to tell the young guys, you're young, man. You have a lot of years you can save. You know, you can save a lot of years. You don't want to be doing this at 40. You don't want to be doing this at 40. So, yeah. But, like I like to say also, if you ask to live 85, you have 45 more years to go. It won't be 45 more years of youth, of vigor, but, you know, men get better with age, right? Especially on this practice. You are now calmer, I'm assuming, more powerful, more present, more focused. This is the time to accomplish something of value. This is the time to touch the world. This is the time to inspire people. This is the time to give people something that they can remember you for. This is the time for us to focus on creating a business, starting a business, writing a book, launching a product. This is a time for us to do it around that age. So 40 is really the new 20, except that wiser and more powerful. I believe that. So always might take that from another 40. I turned 40 this past February. So, but 40 is a great age. In fact, Napoleon Hill said in his research for Think and Grow Rich, the book, he found that most men had the biggest success after 40 because, you know, after 40, testosterone begins to drop, which means you chase women less, but although you're still powerful, and then you have the advantage of wisdom, you have the advantage of having tried and failed and learned to do better. And now you can listen, you can focus because you're not chasing women. And add on top of that, semen retention and Nofap, man, you're a beast. So this is the time for us to sit down and streamline our focus and produce and create something of value that will first bless the people and second give us a deep satisfaction and make us feel like it was worth getting on this journey. Thank you, my brother. It's always great having you. Yeah, thank you, Holden Caulfield. Forgive me if I mispronounce your last name, but Holden, thank you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Always mad. No. I was still answering your question, so it wasn't over. I was about to close. Holden says, we know now, so let's take advantage of it. Amen. I appreciate that, my brother. Yeah, this is it. Yep. Now that we know, let's take advantage of it. Also, men can still bear children in their 70s if they are healthy. That is true. And we have seen it. We know we have seen it. So the energy can still flow at older ages. Yes, man. I hope you know that the men that you respected the most on the public scene are older men. I guarantee you, whether it's news anchors, whether it's commentators, whether it's in sports, most of the commentators are older men. Only recently that young men, even around 40, begin to get into the commentating business, right? You respect an older author, male author, more than a younger author, because you subconsciously you know that the years, the number of years provide more experience. You know that to be true subconsciously. It's part of the a collective unconscious. So yes, it is at in our older age we do get better as men. In fact, that's what it said. We get better. Men get better as they age because we have more wisdom. We can focus more. We keep the energy more. We stop chasing women. Man, imagine, as soon as you get around 40, because some men start early, because early being 30 something. Imagine you're not chasing women. You know how much energy that you're saving? And by energy, I mean physical energy, mental energy, financial resources, time. It's a lot of resources that you save that you can put towards accomplishing something powerful. That's the path that I'm on. And that's what I endeavor for every man that I talk to. Yes, man, I spent those years wasting it. Now this is the time to put in the work. Man, I don't go to sleep till 5:30, 6 in the morning, almost every single night, because I stay up preparing stuff, doing stuff, writing, whether it's online, whether it's taking a course, whether it's because I want to better myself. Public speaking. That's the skill that I'm developing right now. Being able to craft an effective speech and go out there and deliver it. It's the age for it, because I'm no longer chasing women out there. So, yeah. That's why the commentators suck now. They're too young. I'll have to agree. They're too young. That's why they suck now. They're too young. Yeah. But that is true. Those positions were in the past were mostly older men. Were older men. But as of recently, young men started getting into the game. But yeah, we trust older men better because we know they've acquired some wisdom. They've had the trial and error experience. They've learned some things. They're calmer. They chase less skirts. They're more powerful. They're more grounded. Yeah, that's what it is. Always Matt says, well, you guys want to keep going? Hey, it's funny because the guys that's chasing the girls, she's always chasing someone else. Man, don't get me started on that. Always Mad. I told you, I've been a super simp. I know this. I know this to be true. Well, the spiritual. Okay, I need to tighten this thing. The spiritual truth of that is chasing entails weakness. Chasing entails not having. Chasing entails lack of worth. Chasing entails desperation. When you chase someone or something, you are emitting or sending out all those energetic vibes. I'm desperate. I don't know myself. I'm weak. Please, I need you to save me. I'm afraid of myself. I don't have a dream. I don't have a goal. I have nothing important to do. I have nothing else more important to chase. That's why I'm chasing you. Earlier I said, you get me going again. Earlier I said, if you can tap into the subconscious programming of the female mind, you will have fun. You will be like a kid in a candy store as a man. The woman is wired to chase a man on a mission. She's wired to chase a man on a mission. And that's hypergamy right there. Hypergamy, right? She is wired to chase a man on a mission. She's wired to chase a man who's not chasing her. I've chased women that I end up losing anyway, and while she was chasing someone else. I've had women chasing me that I'm not paying attention to, and I'm chasing another woman who's not paying attention to me. She's chasing another man. It's a chain. A woman is chasing me. I'm not interested in her. I'm chasing another woman who's not interested in me. She's chasing another man. So it's one of those things of the human condition. But as it relates to men and women, when you're chasing a woman, you are saying that you are worthless. Energetically speaking, in your aura, when you show up in her presence, you are saying that you are worthless. You don't know what to do. You don't know who you are. Please save me. I need you to save me. I'm looking for my mother in you. Please, I need to suck on your breast to feel comfortable. I need you to comfort me. That's what we are saying energetically when we chase a woman. And she repulsed that. She hates it. She doesn't know why she's pushing you away, but she feels that because it's not a good energy. And conversely, she goes and chases the man who ain't paying no attention to that fool. That's how it works, bro. We can't fight it. We can just Nofap journey. First time see you live, man. Yes, and it's my first live too, bro. It's my first live. Yes, sir. We've been here for a minute and everybody's still here. I thought I was winding down, but they keep coming with the questions and the comments. So obviously they are enjoying this live with me. It's been almost a year since the whole thing started. Ronnie Fargo, you have a shout out from NB. That's Nick. Holden Caulfield. Shout out to Ronnie Fargo. Respect. Ronnie Fargo. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it, my brother. Dang, that's my man. Young King. I call him Young King. Thank you. Showing love. I appreciate you, my brother. Oh, and just as I give a shout out to NB earlier for helping out putting this studio in, Ronnie Fargo is my client. He's been with me longer than NB. He has also contributed in getting this studio. Give me a second. In getting this studio going. These guys have financially invested in the studio here and helping me get this thing going. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being who you are, and it's been my pleasure working with you. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I can show my setup here. If I can share some of it. Yeah, so let's see if I can show you what these guys have contributed to okay. Right there we go. Maybe that's right. Oh, there we go. Up. Hold on. What are we doing? Yeah, so I have, this is what they call a Rodecaster Pro. This is going to be, let me remove that comment. There's two comments. It's a podcast setup. So of course, needless to say that I'm getting into the podcast game very soon. This is about $600. Of course, I've always had my MacBook Pro, but getting these lights, and of course this microphone, and a lot of other things underneath the desk that you don't see. These little things, they all cost money. I think I'm probably $2,700 in. It's a lot of things that you can't see, but that cost money. You know, that external drive, software program on the computer, you know, that you can't see, lenses. Yeah, so it's a lot of these things. These guys have helped me to get these things, to acquire these things, and I appreciate that. So Ronnie and NB, I appreciate that. Of course, I've come in, you know, these are the guys that I've come in contact with one-on-one, but some of you online have shown your support, like Always Mad, by always being the first person to like and comment on the video. So we need all of the support too, because if the channel was not doing well, then you'll be like, well, what's the point? Anyway, and also, guys, I do want to let you know about my membership. I have now, I've been qualified for membership. I have 2 membership tiers. Just a little support, I have one membership that can even allow you to get with me once a month on the phone for 30 minutes, right? We can talk about things and whatever questions or concerns that you would like. Just a way to keep engagement going. So you can support me by checking my membership. You can subscribe to one of the membership tiers. They're not expensive. Just instead of going on Patreon to support me there, which I don't have a tier support. Both tiers that I have on Patreon are actually coaching tiers. Yeah, you know, you guys can check that out. They are actually coaching tiers. You can check them out and, you know, and help me out by just give me a little something every once in a while to help me with this work. It shows. But if just being on here is what you can do, then that's great. You know, that's great. We appreciate it. Like I appreciate Always Matt. He's always been here, man. He's always been here. Every video, he's gonna be the first one to comment and to like. I'm actually looking for the link for the membership. There we go. To send it to you, but you guys want to check it out and see. This is what the membership. Okay. Where's the link? The membership link. I think it was over here. Anyhow, I'll post it. Okay. But I appreciate you guys. You can check it out afterwards and show me some support on there. Always man says it's fun. Oh no, that's another comment. Okay. So thanks, Ronnie, in conclusion. And be shout out to Ronnie Fargo, absolutely. Mr. Real Talk, congratulations on your first live. How many subscribers do you need to be able to go live? You need 1,000. You need at least 1,000. Yeah, that's what YouTube recommends. I reached 1,000 last year. We're talking about November. I started October last year, and I think no. January. By January this year, I had 1,000 subscribers. So I was eligible to go live, but I still had some things that I needed to get going and stuff. So I didn't want to start going live and then it was just once in a blue moon and it was here and there. I wanted to set myself up for success and decide, look, man, I'm going to pick an evening to go live and interact with the guys. And that's what I'm going to be doing for a long time. So that's what I had to wait to get myself set up. But you need 1,000 subscribers just for you to get monetized, as well as to be able to go live. Yeah, that's what you need. And thank you for that compliment. Mr. Will Talk, I like your work. Thank you. I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I strive to be as authentic as to myself first, so that can show to the rest of the world. Authenticity is a product of self-love, and the benefit is primarily to oneself and then to other people. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. Always mad. Best guy speaking about semen retention. You're my brother. You are my brother. You've always been here. You've always been here, and you've always given these comments. Can't believe that it's not a year yet, right? I can't believe that it's not a year yet, and we've made so much progress, especially in this work. And also, I've been tested on this journey. By testing, I mean I've had individuals who tried to stop the work. I had one client who wanted to get me off the path. Obviously, he didn't pay me for coaching. Really, he had a ulterior motives. He wanted to derail me, and I've had some other personal considerations, personal stuff. So really, I've passed the test that everybody is required to pass or fail, or to at least the test, to face that test or to have it whenever you start a new journey, or especially a work that's going to bless people. You have to face, you're going to have to prove yourself that that's what you really want to do, because adversities are going to come, and you're going to face adversity, whether from people or your own personal life, and you're going to have to decide whether that's what you really want to do. And I have decided yes. Every time when I think about how bad I had it, when I think about how messed up my life was, when I think about how emotionally unstable I used to be, when I think about how psychologically unhinged I used to be, when I think about how fucked up and messed up I used to be, bro, I want to help another man. I want to make a video. I want to coach a man. I want to spend some time on the phone with another man to help him. I do. I want to do other things, but I want to do this work too, because each time I see a man suffer, each time I see a man and I look at his face, I'm like, man, I know he's deep into porn. I know he's fucked up. I know he's emotionally damaged. I know, and I know I can help. So I've passed some of the earlier, some of the tests that came my way on this journey, and I'm still here. So thank you. Thank you. Someone told me recently, the guys who watch your videos love you, man. Some of the comments on your videos are amazing. The way the guys see you and the things that they say, it's just real. It's just real. It's just real. I'm not here. Yeah, I'm here primarily as a teacher because I've done the work, and I'll tell you that I've done the work, and I'll tell you how I used to be, what I've learned, and what I'm here to share with you, as opposed to somebody who just comes on and say, man, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that, and they never share an experience of their own, and never tell you how bad they had it and how they overcame it and how they suffered with it. But bro, I've had this thing really bad, man. I had it to the point where my knees, at one point in time, I think my bones had no marrow in them, bro. I think I used to shoot blank. At some point in time, and my knees began to give in, man. And they began, I couldn't walk because I think my bones were empty, bro. Hang on a second, man. Let me see if I can. if I can show you a picture. I want to show you guys a picture. Please bear with me for a second. I want to show you a picture. All right, let me set it to the computer. MacBook Pro. I want to show you a picture of myself, right? Okay, just came in. Where is it at? Where is it going to be at? Okay. Oh, no, better yet, let's do this. Okay, there it goes. Let's put it on the screen right here. And then let's pull up this right here. Let's go right here. Okay, let's go desktop. Okay, then this one here. Okay, there we go. Look. Yeah, I wanted to show you this, bro. Hopefully you can see it. You see this picture, bro? Look at my face. Can y'all see this? I'm not on my page. Let me go back, see if y'all seeing this. Yeah, okay, y'all can see it. You see this picture, bro? Look at my face. Look at my face, how fucked up and messed up that is. I must have been 31 or 32. I was a real estate agent. I was a notary public, and I was a tax preparer. I was making money. I was in the gym. I was dressing nicely. I got girls, but I was fucked up. Yeah, even my face looking like that, I was still getting girls. I mean, that's a depressed man. That's a sad man. That's a lost man. Yeah. 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 That's that's the experience I'm coming from. All right, so let's get this off the screen. There we go. I'm back. That's the experience I'm coming from, guys. That's the experience I'm coming from. Now I'm a bit older, but man, I don't think my face looks like that, man. If you look at my face, I think I look joyous, joyful, and happy, and present, and definitely not depressed. You know, a man that looks at men like a mission on a mission, like. So that's the experience I'm coming from. Ronnie Fargo, my girl is next to me. She says hello. Hello, Queen. Let's put this comment on the screen. Remember, Ronnie is my client, and yeah, all of us coming from the same experience. Now he's, happily in love? Would you agree? Would she agree that you guys are happily in love? Anyway, what I know is he's a young entrepreneur, doing his thing down in Orlando, Florida, where that's my hometown in America. And after some time, eventually, he attracted this wonderful, beautiful young girl, and it's been beautiful with them. So we're talking about coming from anxiety, coming from a whole bunch of other stuff, to enjoying a very positive, healthy, beautiful relationship. She has talked to me a few times. It's just beautiful, bro. It's just beautiful. Say hello back to her. Say hello back to her. Mr. Congratulations again, and thank you for your information. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, always mad. Thank you. Yeah, that's deep. Yes. I think you're probably referring to the last thing I said. Yes. I guess it was deep. I don't quite remember exactly what it was, but yeah. A lot of things that I talk about is deep. So that's why I have the platform that I have. But I appreciate you guys. I think it's safe to, bring it to a close. Until next time. Now I'm fired up. I'm on fire. And I'm looking forward to another live very soon. Because you guys have been here, and it's been wonderful. It's been very engaging though. I didn't expect that, and that's what happens usually when Elon Musk. You guys have heard of Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is the CEO of Tesla, as well as SpaceX, Solar City, a whole bunch of stuff, man. Neuralink. Anyhow, he's one of my best guys. In fact, I'm looking for. He's one of the best guys. He says, "You are always wrong in your assumptions. Your goal is to be less wrong." So, and that can be confused with lower your standard, right? Sometimes the way we go into things is we over evaluate our abilities and we over expect success. Oh man, I think I'm going to have 100 guys on the live, and then you only have 10, and then now you feel down. Because you didn't consider the magnitude of everything. He says you're always wrong in your assumption. Your job is to be less wrong. So I was wrong in my assumption. My job was to be less wrong. I was wrong. I thought, 5. But yeah, it's been very engaging. It's been very interesting. Thank you guys. And I think we're going to bring it to a close until next time. So if you didn't hit the bell, do so. And also check my Patreon. Check my Patreon. I have 2 good tiers there. 2 great tiers, actually. 2 great tiers that you can sign up to either one of them based on what you need and learn some things from me one-on-one personally. Just like Ronnie Fargo and NB have been doing. And if you also want to support me, just become a member of my channel. And I'll catch you next time with my next video and then into my next live. You are king. Stay in your kingdom. Namaste. Peace be unto you.